Hi everyone, it's Ziggy here from Look 10 Years Younger, and I have had so many of you ask me how I lost all of my weight, a whole 20 kilos, that's 44 pounds, in less than a year. I went from being a size 16 to 18 right down to a size 8 to 10. And so many of you have asked me how I did that, so today I'm going to share all my weight loss secrets with you, so stay tuned. I'm Ziggy and I'm from Look 10 Years Younger, and my mission is to support and inspire mature women all over the world to look and feel even more beautiful than they are and to boost their confidence. And one of the ways that I boosted my confidence and helped myself look so much better and feel 100%, 1000% better was to lose a massive amount of excess weight that was really making me sick, and I'm going to share with you how I did that today. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and also don't forget to share and give me a thumbs up as well. So let's get right into it and I'll share this with you. So when I first started my weight loss journey, I had not cared for myself at all for 5 years and had put on a massive amount of weight just from eating really badly. I have an eating disorder and I'll talk to you about that in another video. And I was badly overweight. I had elevated cholesterol through the roof. I was heading towards diabetes. I have arthritis all through my spine and I was constantly hurting. My knees were constantly hurting, and I had 24 hours a day gastro issues which were really requiring medication. And in another video I'll share with you why I made the final step to lose all that weight, but for this one let's just concentrate on how. So I went from 80 kilos down to 60 kilos. I lost 20 kilos, 25% of my body weight, a quarter of my body weight I lost in 10 months. And I have to say that the number one ingredient in that was actually sheer bloody mindedness. It was sheer determination. But in terms of practicalities, I'll show you now what I did. So my number one tip, the number one thing that I did was swap this size of serving for this size of serving. So I literally went from a dinner plate size to a side plate size for my meals. That was number one, made a huge difference. Number two was that I dropped meat and only had meat 2 or 3 times a week, and I had masses and masses of vegetables and fruit, and I made a particular salad. I'll give you all of the ingredients, if you like, in that salad. I'll put those in the description box down below, but I would make up a big bowl of this salad which had raw vegetables in it and fruit and chia seeds and all sorts of gorgeous stuff in it, and I would make that up once every couple of days, and that would be enough to last me for 2, maybe 3 days or so. And that's packed, jam-packed with the really good wholesome vegetables and fruit and proteins and legumes, and it's a whole meal in itself. And depending upon what else you put in that, like perhaps a little bit of egg or smoked salmon or a little bit of chicken or mushrooms or whatever it might be, it is a complete meal and it really sustains you very, very well. It is not full of fat, but there's enough fat in there from avocado and seasoning that your body needs. So that was my number two secret, if you will, for losing all of the weight. Equal with number two, I was going to say it's number three, but equal with number two, because this is massive for me and it kind of ties into my eating disorder that I have, and that is 0 refined sugar. 0. So that's no biscuits, that's no cakes, it's no chocolate, it's no lollies. And think about everything else that has refined sugar. Even things like tomato sauce has refined sugar. So I'm not talking about natural fructose or any of the natural sugars. They're really important for you and you can still have those. But it's the refined white sugar in all of the commercial foods, bread, chocolate, cakes, biscuits, all of that stuff. That was an absolute no-no for me, and I cut that out. And when I cut that out, I have to admit that I had 2 days of withdrawal symptoms because I'm addicted to refined sugar. So for me, that was the hardest part of losing weight. As somebody who has a diagnosed eating disorder, part of that for me is the addiction to refined sugar. And I encourage you just to go and have a bit of a look on Google about the addiction problem associated with refined sugar. It is as addictive as alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs, and it is incredibly dangerous. So for me, I still struggle with it now. I'm not going to pretend that it's easy. I still do struggle with it, but that was a massive thing for me to give that away as well. Number 4 for me was all about no eating after 8 p.m. I'm a shocking snacker. You know, I'll have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then once I'm sitting down and I'm relaxing in the evening, then I might have a little bit of a snack on this and a little bit of a snack on that. And so, you know, absolutely no, zero food after 8 p.m. Part of that was to try and reframe my habits, if you will, so that I'm not habitually snacking at that time of night. And of course, the second thing is that you don't want a whole pile of food in your tummy when you're going to go to sleep, because that food is just really sitting in your tummy. So no food after 8 p.m. That was number 4 for me. Number 5 for me was exercise, and it comes way down on my list. I have to admit to being incredibly lazy. I'm a couch potato, so exercise for me is, don't even go there. Don't even talk to me about going to gyms and all of that kind of stuff. It just isn't going to happen. But what I did do was get my trusty phone, and I got an app on here that counts all of my steps. So every day my target would be a minimum of 5,000 steps. Now look, 5,000 steps is nothing. If I could get to 10,000 steps, then I was a really happy girl, but it had to be at least 5,000 steps. And one of the ways that I would do that, particularly in the heat of summer, was go down to the shopping centre and just walk up and down the shopping centre in the air conditioning. So that would give me ideas about what are the things I'm going to treat myself with in terms of clothes, you know, that kind of stuff, when I lose the weight. So it was an enjoyable way for me to exercise without what I consider to be the trudge and drudgery of actual exercise. I'm not an exercise girl. So really, that was my secrets to losing all of that weight. And now I have to say, now that I'm down to 60 kilos, I don't have a sore back anymore. I never have gastric issues anymore. My tummy is beautifully settled. I don't have sore knees anymore. My cholesterol level is perfect. My blood sugar level is perfect. I have tons and tons of energy. I feel so much better, and I know that I look so much better as well. And I'm pretty proud of myself, I have to say. Okay team, so that was how I lost 20 kg, 25% of my body weight without doing tons of exercise. I hope that has been a little bit of inspiration for you, and I hope that that's been helpful. I'm really keen to know what your difficulties are in losing weight. What is really hard about losing weight? And you know, I know what's hard about losing weight, so you know, please feel free to share that with me, because you have my empathy, I can tell you. Okay, so that's been a video from me to you again, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and give me a thumbs up as well. Bye from me.